Hey guys, Modern Anti-Federalist. Today I want to do a updated video from something I did about 2 or 3 years ago. I did initial impressions of the Crye Precision JPC. Uh, I have used this quite a bit over the last few years, and I kind of want to do a comparison between my issued plate carrier from the Marine Corps and the JPC. So I no longer use this when I go play Marine. I use this. My unit's cool with it, or they haven't caught me, and whatever. I don't know. Hey, but I'm just gonna keep going with a good thing, right? So over the last several years, from my time when I was playing civilian to now part-time Marine, uh, I use this for training. Uh, just whether I was using it as extra weight when I would go run or going out and shooting and wanting to play like a mall ninja to just being happy to have this around for extra peace of mind. I've used this thing in a civilian context. Now, I've been using this with the Marine Corps now, and using this bad boy again, using this, it's uh, I cannot give this thing more praise. This is held up for several years. I thought these uh, like rubber feeling strips would have ripped up a long time ago. They have not. There's a little bit of wear somewhere on one of these, but it's still held up just fine. And it's this setup I have is significantly lighter than this. This is a great plate carrier. Now, when I was initially issued this from the MTV and we had the scalable plate carrier, I really learned to like this. Now, there are some drawbacks to it, mostly being it's still heavy, and it's just when you're wearing this thing versus the JPC, this is just you're not as mobile. Now, on this one, I have side sappies and front and rear sappies. For those of you who are not necessarily familiar with what a sappy is, that's the military term for a ceramic plate that should, in theory, stop some bullets if the bullet was to connect to you. So that's the nice little barrier between you and a little piece of metal flying at, thousands of feet per second, which would really ruin your day. So this has level 3 plates, and then it has soft armor behind it. So these plates, the hard plates and the soft plates, work in conjunction with each other. It does work well. This is a great system, but it is needlessly heavy. The shoulder straps, they do have padding in them, but I have pads that are added here. HSGI, they're like gel pads that you would have for your mouse. It's like 20 bucks for a set, and I use these on here because no matter what, this thing, you need a little extra support on your shoulders because this is just never fun to wear. Now, granted, a plate carrier in general is not fun to wear. This still ends up sucking on your back after wearing it for a long period of time. It's a fact that it's just going to happen. But the experience I've had with this plate carrier versus this plate carrier is that when I'm wearing this one, it is significantly lighter. I'm more mobile. I can go longer. And as well, what I found with the Crye Precision JPC is that the materials used and the lack of padding overall in this. I mean, this is essentially just the canvas material, the same as this. I don't remember what it's called, like what Cordura or something like that. Whatever. Someone can correct me down below and give me the technical phrase for what it is. It's the same durable crap that works great, but this doesn't have any extra things to soak up sweat or rain. So when you do get sweaty in this, and when you do get this rained on, it dries quickly. It's great. This, if you go out into the field and it gets wet or you get sweat on it, it's going to stay soaked. for a while longer. It's like I said, this is not saying this thing is garbage. It's a good serviceable plate carrier, and if you are looking for a plate carrier that is not as you want something that's in between this and, like, say, the MTV, which was issued to Marines, which was very heavy but was designed to give maximum body protection. This is a good compromise. But remember, you're adding more weight. And these straps right here, there is a piece of gear that comes with them. Usually, I didn't get one. Hey, Marine Corps, don't charge me when I turn this thing back in, all right? I didn't get that shit. All right, so there's a, it takes off this plastic strap, so if you're a lefty or a righty, you can have just some more of this material, like a canvas material, instead of having this, which gets in the way of shouldering your weapon. So, but what's happened is the market has moved away from these big, heavy plate carriers and recognizing that we really have to get back to giving the average warfighter mobility. So the JP, well, it was an evolution towards giving the Marine, the warfighter, more mobility when he's in combat, or she. But it still is not on the level of the JPC. And what I found is that when I train with this, I'm faster, my energy levels are there longer, and quite frankly, I just feel like I have less crap on me. Now, there is a provision on here on the sides. Crye Precision sells pouches to where if you needed more armor, if you needed side pouches, you could have that on here. I do not have those pouches, but that is an option that is out there. So don't think that this does not give you the ability to have side sappies like this does built in. However, this is simply a less bulky system. So to show you how hefty this is, so I'm going to throw it on. And I'm kind of doing this one off the cuff tonight, guys. I just want to give you the good stuff you need, but I don't really feel like editing a lot tonight. So now I've got my Schmedium plate carrier on, right? This may not be adjusted perfectly, but these pouches are MOLLE pouches that have to be added on. There's a lot of MOLLE on this. I have the soft armor, the hard armor. By the way, the SAPI plates in here are a lower level protection than the ones I bought personally that are a level above them and weigh a pound less each. So this just has so many advantages over this. Now you can see I can't put my arms down to my side, and now I use a battle belt so that I don't have to have more crap on the sides here. But if I had my IFAK, my first aid kit here, and I had some magazines here, I'm just going to be waddling around like this, right? I'm going to look stupid, and I'm not going to be able to go through doorways quick. I mean, I'm just going to have trouble doing my job. Okay, so this system does provide a lot of protection, but it's just not optimum. And I think that when you see it in comparison with the JPC, which I have all hooked up for work, you'll see how this can really give you a lot of advantages over a heavier plate carrier. So instantly, the first thing I notice is how this thing, like, I'm not going to say it's half as much, but it's significantly lighter. And that includes having magazines already in it, having my sling hooked up, and just this thing is all hooked up. Now you can see I have mags on my side here, but look at this. I mean, I can get my arms down. This is so much more compact. You can see that for both plate carriers, you'll notice this area is not protected. So one thing for people to be aware of is that when you have a plate carrier on, the plates are actually supposed to stop where the bones are, right here on your chest, and because the plate carrier is designed to protect your vital organs, your lungs and your heart. That's it. So your guts, your belly should still be exposed. So if you're wearing this low, which over your stomach, you're wrong because you're not giving your vital organs the protection they need. So that plate carrier and this one, that one provides more, but it's not going to cover you down here. This one gives more mobility, but as you can see, I have no protection from if I were to take a bullet through the side. I have a little bit more with that, but I could get side sappies for this. But the thing is those plates down there, they're only about yay big, okay? They're not providing a large amount of protection. So I think personally that this is a better way to go, and not only does my opinion have merit with the super high-speed operators. You can see the Marine Corps, for its traditional guys down there with that plate carrier, which is a lighter than plate carriers we had in the past, or more provides more mobility than, say, the Interceptor plate carrier, which was used when we first invaded Iraq. You get much more mobility out of that. It is, I don't know if it's necessarily more lighter. I don't know if it's lighter, but I do think that is a huge improvement over the Interceptor or the MTV that were Marine Corps issued plate carriers, and that are probably very common in the aftermarket. I think plate carriers that are small like this are the future, and this is how I wear my plate carrier to work, and that is how that plate carrier, if I were to wear that, that's how I would wear that one. And I think you can see quite a bit of improvement. And the only other thing is you can go, well, if you're a war fighter, you would say, well, where is your IFAC? Where is your water sources or water source? Those are things I keep on my battle belt as well as my drop pouch. I like having them down lower, and my battle belt, which I've done a review on before, or I've shown the setup before. I might need to do a new one for 2017 because I've changed how it's set up very minimally, but it does reflect my opinions of how to set gear up in 2017, which is interesting because I have taken it to it's 2017 versus the Vietnam War and how it's set up, because there's kind of some similarities. And I had guys actually, when I was training with them, they actually thought that was old school, which I had not even thought about until they brought that up. But anyways, so the JPC, once again, getting back to it and getting away from the comparison of the other plate carrier, it's lightweight. They have a new, even lighter weight version, the 2.0. I like this one. I've had it for several years. I'm sure the new one's great, but the JPC I have experience with, and this thing's it's just solid. It is solid. You cannot go wrong with this thing. These little rubber things, like I said, hold up well, and you have the ability to add your gel pads, which makes it more comfortable. I have my sling going here. This thing works. You don't have to add any more molly all over the front. In fact, they could have just taken this off and even dropped the weight more. But when I trained with this, I was just overall impressed every time. So, without a doubt, I have to say that out of the plate carriers I have experience with, the Crye Precision JPC is bar none the best one. Now, you may have opinions or another plate carrier that you think is the best thing or whatever, but I don't have experience with those. Okay, I have experience with what was issued, what I bought, and I've seen a few other guys that seemed like they were good. I know a guy who's got a 511 plate carrier, seems to actually kind of have some of the same things going here, whatever. But JPC, good value. It's got the Crye Precision name is worth it, I think, on this one. Anyways, as always, thank you so much for watching. If you like the content, please hit the like, please hit the subscribe. And if you hated it, well, go fuck yourself. All right, guys, deuces.